I do.
Got it. Segment 4, American values. Still the best hope. The value system that is unique to America can be called the American Trinity. You've already explained this on the coin. Liberty.
Yes.
In God we trust, e pluribus unum. All right, liberty. Quote, the larger the state, the less its citizens feel needed, and therefore the less they, especially men, feel significant. Close quote. Now here's what I find fascinating about that sentence and the argument that you make. Obviously, I'm reducing, somebody once said that doing television about a book is reducing an ox to a bouillon cube, but the authors of the Federalist Paper, Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, argued in favor of liberty, the ordered liberty in the Constitution, because they were seeking a way to permit people to live together, the 13 states to function as a nation. You've got, in our own time, economists, Milton Friedman and Gary Becker, they argue for liberty because it leads to prosperity. Markets can function. Markets are the best way of solving material problems. You argue for liberty somehow or other because you're interested in, you're almost Oprah Winfrey, Dana. You're interested in fulfillment. You want people to seek to find meaning in their lives. The larger the state, the less its citizens feel needed.
That's right.
And therefore, especially men, they don't feel significant. Is that what you're talking about? The best way to personal fulfillment, aren't you?
That's right. Yes, I am. The more the state does, the less I have to do. It's just as simple as that. If I don't take care of my parents, don't take care of my kids, don't take care of myself, don't take care of my community, what do I do? And the answer is, look at what happens in Europe. Your big concerns are, where do I dine out? How early can I retire so I can travel more? It's never, how can I do more good? And on a macro level in Europe, look at the way Europe has withdrawn from the world. It is the United States that has protected liberty in the world since World War II, not Europeans.
And you're saying that that is bad for people. It's especially bad for men.
Yes, men derive purpose from conquering the world. If the state conquers the world, what's for them to do? And that's why you have bands of English youth going onto the continent and peeing in fountains that in Italy and elsewhere. It's notorious by now. You have a bored European youth. And I worry, boredom is a terrible indicator of bad futures.
The second item in the American Trinity, in God we trust, still the best hope. I'm quoting again. The founders substituted God for a powerful secular or religious state, and they tied liberty to God. They tied liberty to God. Now explain that, Dennis.
It's ingenious. It's the system, that's why I say it's the best in the world. The notion that the state or even religion was primarily concerned with liberty, this was almost entirely an American invention and certainly became associated with the United States. Look, even within Judaism and Christianity, they took a verse, the founders, from the Bible, specifically the Old Testament, specifically the Torah, the first 5 books, to be on the Liberty Bell.
Right. Proclaim liberty to all the land and the inhabitants thereof. Leviticus, as I recall.
Yes,
right?
Very good.
That's because I did a radio show with you last week, Dennis.
That's very humble.
I looked it up.
It's even better than good. It was you're just so honest. But this notion of tying God wants liberty, that's what the mailman was saying. God wants liberty even more than he wants me to not deliver the pornography to these people who ordered it. This is a unique invention in the world. God cares that we're free.
But you're not saying that they invented a new religion. You're saying that this is a deep expression of something that's within Judaism and that's within Christianity.
But it did something, and this I did not write. I don't know if I wrote it, and I can't say I didn't. All right, now this is the interesting part, and specifically, very interesting part. It really took the best of the two religions. It took the Old Testament for its values, and it took the Christian universalization of those values, because the Jews are a people,
Yes, right.
not
Right.
just a religion, and Christianity is a religion and not a people. So it said, we'll take these magnificent values, we Christians will take the magnificent values of the Hebrew Bible, but we will universalize them. And so whereas the Jews had been preoccupied with Jewish law and Jewish observance and Jewish survival and were more inward directed for much of Jewish history, the Christians now said, no, we are going to make a society based on these divinely based values, and that mixture is awesome.
And this is why, in particular, you object to law breaking of any kind, but you're not one of the conservatives who's bothered by immigration, by a growing proportion of the population.
I'm bothered by the non-assimilation.
Right. Right.
I'm bothered
but you're
by
saying
that.
these values are genuinely universal.
If that's the, you see,
This won't
Bill Bennett said, what is it? He had a great line. He said, I am not worried about what immigrants will do to America. I'm worried about what America will do to the immigrants. We have to, if we knew what we stood for and taught these people. You know what? I have a message to all Hispanics in America, all Latinos in America. Why would you want to replicate what you left? That's what happens when you vote for the